Hello and welcome back, and today will be my review for The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 Episode 3, and this episode is very different from Episode 2, and that's not a bad thing. Episode 2 was this big action heavy episode, Episode 3 is a slow burner it feels like, and has a lot of character moments. This episode is still pretty enjoyable, I do have to say, but there's not going to be like last episode where I was spending minutes and minutes talking about each scene. This episode just works fine. It's not a bad episode. It does have some interesting moments, and I do think, even though it is a slow burner, the pacing's not terrible. Episode 1 had a bit of a pacing issue. Episode 2, I thought the start was a bit bad with the pacing. And Episode 3, it's a slower episode, but I feel like the pacing is well done because it has some really good character moments. So the plot of Episode 3 is basically, you have New Babylon and Maggie, they're all hiding out in Central Park while the Barazzi are circling the park, trying to hunt them down and waiting for them to leave the park. And Negan, this is the only bad part about the story, I think. Negan is just there this episode. He's angry at the Croat, he then goes into Central Park, finds Hershel and then just leaves. That is Negan this entire episode, and it's another episode I think where they've wasted Negan. I'm going to get all my gripes out of the way first. So this is 2 out of 3 episodes where I feel like they've done Negan dirty. I really hoped we would have got more Saviour Negan, but we're just getting Negan being miserable. We had it in episode 1. We got some glimpses of great Negan in episode 2, but episode 3 is Negan's all depressed again, and all he does is talk to the crowd, go into the park, kill a guy, and then come back and say, yep, they're all dead. That's all Negan does, and I definitely think that was boring. Give Negan more to do, give him some interesting to do. Maybe we will, but definitely I am struggling with Negan a little. However, past Negan, this episode is great, definitely with characters like Maggie and Hershel. It is mad that Season 2 has just done a 180. Season 1, I thought Negan was everything, and Maggie was just there being annoying, but seems Season 2, Maggie seems more of the main character. She seems more properly focused. They have a proper story for her. I really enjoy Maggie's character in this season. She's more focused on, I want to get Hershel out of here. I don't care about Negan. And Negan's just there for the story and just to be along the ride. It's really weird. They actually done something good with Maggie. And I thought it was great. And definitely Hershel, standout character. I really am enjoying Hershel. What they're doing with Hershel, and this episode gives us a lot of flashbacks with Hershel and the Doma, and I really enjoy that the Doma is filling that void that Maggie has left. Maggie has been so destroyed by grief of Glenn, she hasn't been able to be there for Hershel. Hershel might have never met his dad, but he has grown up without a father and an almost absent mother, and then the Doma comes in, and she is everything he's ever wanted. She understands him, and she talks about how the world is not something you want to rebuild back like it was. You want to make something new. And she almost gives him Stockholm Syndrome. I really am enjoying their dynamic in the flashbacks. I'm interested to see, does he give up his toe maybe? Because it'd be weird, or maybe the toe's already been cut off. Or that I can't wait to see them meet back up. Hershel and the Dharma, I definitely do think they are on a collision course. And by the end of the season, Hershel's going to be stuck between, does he choose his mum or does he choose the Dharma? He is definitely the best bit about this episode. I am really enjoying Hershel and the storyline he's got. Episode 2 had that big shocker. Episode 3 is explaining that really well. It's great. Hershel's not just this evil character. He's this character who is looking for connection, and Maggie just seems to haven't have given him on the connection and support he's ever wanted, and this woman comes in one day and gives him everything he's ever wanted and supports him, and he probably has Stockholm Syndrome, and it's just really well done and such an interesting story. I can't wait to see where it's going, and that's definitely the most interesting thing about Dead City so far, is everything surrounding Hershel, not even Maggie and Negan. I care more about Hershel than any other character just because of the storyline he's getting. I can't wait for the rest of the season. We're already 3 episodes in, 5 more to go. There's definitely going to be a lot of stuff going down. And moving past that, this episode does look great. I really enjoy the way it looks. They're like, okay, we're in Manhattan, but let's give us a Woodlands episode still. So they take place in Central Park. We get hints that there are going to be animals. We hear monkeys. I think we hear like a roar. It's definitely going to be the bear. Like, I was watching with someone and they're like, oh, it's a lion. But I was like, I don't think they have lions in Central Park. It's going to be, that's a teaser for Maggie versus the bear. I cannot wait to have Maggie fight this bear. It's going to be dumb, but it's dumb fun. Okay, I like dumb fun. This is why I like Dead City. And Dead City gives dumb fun, unlike some other shows. Some other things, the cult, they were interesting. I feel like they were just there. I'm excited to see what they do next, but I don't know what you could do with the cult. But the scene where they're doing their death ritual and they're cutting a guy's heart out was very good. I really enjoyed the scene because you see all the characters and they are absolutely just taken back by this barbaric practice. You have Pearly like completely shocked. Maggie stood there. You also have the Major pulling her face, and I was like, yep, that's the face I was pulling when they started making those weird humming noises. It was a very interesting scene, I would have to say, and hopefully we get more to understand how they end up like this, because it's confusing when Dead City takes place. It's either 18, 19 years in, or just maybe 16 years in. I'd like to understand how they went from normal people to this in under 2 decades. Maybe we can have it explained, but it's Dead City. We're not gonna. This is just dumb fun. So overall, I would say The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 Episode 3 is an enjoyable episode. It's just dumb fun. It is a buffer episode, and it definitely is an episode just to develop Hershel's character, so every other character is not doing much, but it is done well, and you, by the end of the episode, you really do understand Hershel, and I have to give this maybe a 6.5 out of 10. It's better than an average episode, it's better than episode 1, but I wouldn't say it deserves a 7. A 7's like really, really good. It is just an enjoyable episode. However, this is just my thoughts and opinions, so please tell me down below, do you agree, do you disagree, and goodbye.